Want to know 5 ways that if you're over 50, you can improve your odds of getting your next job? Well, stay tuned and we'll talk about those. Oh, and I'll even throw in a bonus 6th way you can improve your odds. I'm Jice at GenX Quench. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips if you're over 50 to improve your odds of getting your next job. Tip 1, you want to leverage your professional network. What that means is if you're part of a church, social organizations, work auxiliary organizations, just your coworkers at work, etc. Make sure you're constantly networking. And when I say that, that doesn't mean go to them when you need something. That means get to know them, find out what makes them tick, tell them more about yourself, your experiences you bring, find out how you can help them. So that way, if you do need a favor or try to find some information on your next job lead, it's not a one-way relationship. It's reciprocal. So you want to, again, constantly engage in your professional network. If you haven't reconnected with your network, make sure you're doing that before you need the job. And you also want to grow your professional network. And a great way to do that is on LinkedIn. So if you do different searches or you meet online individuals who know connections of yours, see if your connections will introduce you to those people because they may have job leads as well. I'll tell you a story. Back at 2000, it was like 2009 or so, I was looking for another role. I had applied to over 100 roles online. And what really did it for me was when I networked with a classmate of mine from Florida A&M and got a job lead that led to an opportunity, and also a fraternity brother. Talked to him. He gave my resume to the hiring leader. That was the job I ultimately took. But by going to those two people, that improved my odds tremendously of finding my next position. I stayed with that company 7 years. So it was probably my favorite job. So anyway, that's tip 1, network. Tip number 2, you're going to want to update and optimize your resume. In other words, if you've been working for a while, haven't updated your resume, you're going to want to dust it off, pull it up online, check out to see how outdated it is. You're definitely going to want to update any key skills. You're also going to want to put keywords within your resume. And the reason that's important is nowadays, a lot of bots will do the pre-screening. So they're looking for keywords like buzzwords in terms of new industry standards, et cetera. So just for an example, if you've leveraged AI in your role, that would be something that's current. Agile is a skill in terms of project management. That is definitely a hot buzzword. But putting those key skills would be key to increasing your odds. You're also going to want to put relevant accomplishments. So if you've done some great things that you hadn't documented, make sure you document that in your resume going forward. You're also going to want to remove any outdated skills or technologies that will show your age within your resume. So definitely get rid of that. And lastly, make sure you tailor your resume for every job that you apply for. That's super important. Shows you put in the extra work and really thought about how your skill sets and accomplishments meet the description for the job. You're also going to, in terms of tip 3, you're going to want to showcase lifelong learning and current technology. And if you don't have any of that, I would suggest taking courses in current technologies. I just mentioned artificial intelligence. So if you've not used it, start using it, practice using it in terms of seeing how it can help you with your work. Also, there are classes and certifications on AI prompting that can help you in a work setting as well. So those will be important. You can get online certifications. Also mention in your resume how you've adopted to different industry standards and new technologies. Very important. Tip number 4, you're going to want to master your online presence. Make sure you have a professional photo on LinkedIn. Recruiters and hiring leaders also check your online presence. So if there's anything unprofessional, definitely take that offline to make sure you're putting your best foot forward, because you are your brand online. So you want to have a positive brand image. Lastly, number 5, you're going to want to prepare to address any concerns. So reframe your experience again. So it's seen as highlighting your adaptability to different industries, different work standards, etc. You're going to also want to avoid age references to make you appear neutral, age neutral, so not old and outdated, etc. And for a bonus tip, I would say also consider um, what do you call them? Flexible work arrangements or non-traditional work arrangements. So if you can't find that full-time job, say that you're open to contract work or part-time work. That will show again that you're adaptable, and I think those will increase your odds of getting a new job over the age of 50. I would also say, hey, have someone else look at your resume if they're a recruiter or in the field of hiring. That will also improve your odds. So I hope that helps. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and share any tips you have for those over 50 in terms of what they've been recommended in terms of getting a job, or if you've used something, you're over 50 and you used a trick, put that in the comments as well. Love to hear from you. Take care. Have a great day.